First of all, Happy New Year. Happy 2026, my brothers and sisters of the Leaf. My hope and prayer is that this year brings us health, happiness, clarity, and prosperity. Gentlemen and ladies of the Leaf, welcome back to the Cigar Cypher Podcast, where smoke meets conversations and moments matter. Yes, we are celebrating the new year, 2026. I am your host, David. And today, this episode is going to be a bit different.
This podcast is a Buenos Dias Media production.
Welcome to the Cigar Cypher, the podcast where the rich aroma of tobacco meets the spark of conversation. Let us guide you through the captivating world of cigars. Whether you're a seasoned aficionado or just curious about your first puff, this is your invitation to join the Cypher.
Make way for the new kings of cigar media, the Cigar Cypher.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's slow things down for a moment because before we dive in, as usual, let's do this week's cigar highlight. Because this one is about refinement, balance, and quiet confidence. And this week, we're talking about the Macanudo Gold Label Crystal. We have here a Robusto size measuring a 5.5 by 50. This cigar is a staple for a reason. It doesn't scream for attention, it earns it. I mean, it's the perfect size for a relaxed, unhurried smoke, whether you're easing into the day or winding it down. It's manufactured in Dominican Republic by Macanudo with Ecuadorian Connecticut shade wrapper, a Mexican San Andres binder, and Dominican and Mexican long fillers. This blend is where smooth meets complexity, light-bodied but thoroughly layered. Some of the flavor notes from first light to the final third can include things like creamy texture, light cedar, toasted nuts, almond, and a touch of gentle spice. No harsh edges, no bitterness, just a clean, elegant smoke that rewards patience. The approximate burn time is 45 to 60 minutes, depending on your pace, depending on how quick you smoke. It has a consistent burn, easy draw. It's the kind of cigar you don't have to babysit. The Macanudo Gold Label line has long been respected for consistency and approachability, often praised as one of the best mild to medium cigars for both newcomers and seasoned smokers who appreciate subtlety. A 5-pack has an MSRP of about $63.95, but you can catch a 5-pack now for $41.99 at thegentleman'storch.com. Some of the pairing suggestions are coffee or espresso, a light bourbon, Irish whiskey, champagne, or Prosecco. It's an excellent morning or early evening cigar, especially when conversation matters more than strength. This is a cigar for the gentlemen who understand that not everything has to be bold to be memorable. The Macanudo Gold Label Crystal is smooth, polished, and reliable. The kind of cigar that fits just as well in a lounge as it does at a quiet moment of reflection. Sometimes elegance speaks louder than power.
The views and opinions expressed by the host, guest, and/or participants of this show do not necessarily reflect the opinions of Buenos Dias Media LLC, its associates, partners, and show sponsors. The content is intended for entertainment purposes and should not be construed as professional advice. Listener discretion is advised.
All right. So like I said, this episode is a bit different. This one isn't really about flavor notes. It's not about ring gauges or ratings. It's about time. It's about patience and about legacy. Because cigars don't rush, and neither should a meaningful life. Today, we're doing two things at once. We're talking about what cigars teach us about life, and we're looking back at the year we just lived, the wins, the losses, and the lessons over smoke. So wherever you are, light something worthy, maybe a Macanudo Gold label. Sit back and let's reflect. Because here's the first thing cigars teach you. Time doesn't care about your impatience. A cigar doesn't speed up because you want it to. It doesn't burn faster because you're in a rush. It doesn't give you flavor early just because you feel like you deserve it. You can puff harder, and all you'll get is heat, bitterness, and regret. Sound familiar? And life works the same way. This past year probably taught you that timing is everything. The deal that took longer than expected, the growth that didn't happen on your schedule, the answers that came late, but came, right? Cigars force you to sit with time. They remind you that good things unfold, they don't explode. If you rush this year, if you try to force outcomes, if you burn bridges instead of letting moments breathe, that wasn't a failure. That was a lesson in time. Or at least that's what it should be. You see, patience isn't passive. It's not a weakness. It's not waiting around hoping life figures itself out. Patience is controlled restraint. Think about how a cigar is made. Tobacco grown for years, then it's fermented slowly, it's aged deliberately, it's rolled by hand, it's rested again before it even meets flame. Nothing about this craft is rushed, or at least it shouldn't be. And yet, how many of us rush life anyway? This past year probably tested your patience with people who didn't change, with plans that stalled, with goals that didn't materialize, with growth that felt invisible. But patience is what separates men who build legacies from men who burn out chasing moments. A rushed cigar cracks. A rushed man makes decisions he can't undo. If the past year forced you to slow down, my friends, I have news for you. This wasn't punishment. It was preparation for what's to come. So let's look at the wins worth remembering. All right? Let's talk about the wins for a moment. Not the Instagram wins, where people become actors and show these pretend lives. Not about the highlight reel moments. I'm talking about the real ones. The quiet wins. Showing up when it would have been easier to disappear. Choosing discipline over comfort. Protecting your family. Providing for your family. Keeping your word. Right? Saying what you mean and meaning what you say. Staying in the fight. Cigars celebrate wins the right way. Not with noise, not with chaos, but with presence. When you light a cigar after a win, you're not flexing, you're honoring the moment. So ask yourself, what did I survive this year, this past year? Because we're in a new year now. What did I build quietly in 2025? What version of myself didn't quit? Those wins matter more than trophies ever will. I need you to internalize that. Those wins will matter more than trophies ever will. Okay, so before we continue, let's take a quick break. And when we come back, we'll discuss some of the losses that shaped you. I am David, and this is the Cigar Cypher Podcast, a Buenos Dias media production.
Looking to connect with like-minded men who share your drive for success and passion for the finer things in life? Welcome to the Apex Gentlemen's Guild, a private members club for men who value ambition, camaraderie, giving back, and personal growth. For a limited time while we're fully remote, you can join the guild for free. Gain access to tons of motivational content, exclusive events, insightful discussions, and a network of high-performance individuals. Don't miss this chance to elevate your social circle. Request to join today at facebook.com/groups/Apex Gentlemen's Guild, or give us a like at facebook.com/Apex Gentlemen's Guild. The Apex Gentlemen's Guild, excellence forged in unity.
We want to take a moment to shout out the Cigar Rights of America, CRA, one of the very few organizations protecting your right to light up without government overreach. And you know how we've all seen how that's become normalized. So head over to cigarrights.org to become a member today. Support the leaf, defend the culture.
This is the Modern Beat Podcast, where voice, vulnerability, and victory meet. I'm Leilani.
And I'm Michelle. We're two friends having the real conversations women actually need about healing, hustle, motherhood, love, money, and the patterns we know too well.
No pretending here. Just honest stories, expert gems, and practical tools so you can feel seen and move forward.
If you ever felt silenced, judged, or just tired of carrying it all, you're home. Pull up a chair.
New episodes are short enough for your commute, deep enough to change your week.
Hit follow on Apple Podcasts, iHeartRadio, and Spotify. Share this with your sisters, your group chat. Your future self will thank you.
The Modern V.
The Modern V.
Voice, vulnerability,
victory.
victory.
Gentlemen, this one's for you. Whether you're signing deals, chasing dreams, or just unwinding after a long day, your cigar should match your grind. At thegentleman'storch.com, we bring you premium cigars, boutique blends, and curated sample packs, all without the premium price. Because class isn't about the label, it's about the standard you set. From CEOs to 9-to-5ers, every man deserves that moment, that taste of excellence. So light up, level up, and let your story burn slow. Visit thegentleman'storch.com, where affordability meets class and every smoke means something. The Gentleman's Torch. Light up, level up.
Fellas, let me ask you something. When was the last time you heard a podcast that actually understands men? Not lectures us, not blames us, but pushes us to become stronger, wiser, more disciplined versions of ourselves? Welcome to Grit on the Rocks, the podcast for men who are ready to level up their mindset, their character, and their life. Here, we talk purpose, discipline, leadership, relationships, money, legacy, and the hard truths most people are too scared to say out loud. Every episode is real talk with a heartbeat, part motivation, part wisdom, part barbershop and cigar lounge conversation, and a whole lot of get your life together energy. We break things down with humor, honesty, storytelling, and biblical backbone, so you leave every episode sharper than you came in. So if you're tired of feeling stuck, tired of fake positivity, tired of being told to man up without being told how, then it's time to pull up a chair, pour something smooth, and lock in. Search Grit on the Rocks on YouTube, Rumble, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, or iHeartRadio, and join thousands of men building discipline, purpose, and confidence one episode at a time. Grit on the Rocks, where the conversation is real and the growth is mandatory.
Hi, this is Kevin B. Clark. You're listening to the Cigar Cypher Podcast.
Okay, and we're back. You are listening to the Cigar Cypher Podcast, a Buenos Dias media production. And as we start a new 2026, right, today we took some time to look at a year in review for 2025. So as I said before, let's continue with the losses that shaped you. Because cigars also teach you something about loss. Every cigar ends. Every great one. Ash falls. Sometimes, outside the ashtray, even sometimes on your lap. Smoke fades. And what's left is memory. This year took things from you. It took time, maybe people, expectations, illusions, old versions of yourself. Loss doesn't mean the year was bad. It means the year was honest. Some losses were necessary. Some illusions needed to burn. Some relationships couldn't survive your growth. A cigar doesn't apologize for ending. It completes its purpose. And so did 2025. Cigars don't shout lessons. They whisper them. Right? Because some lessons we only learn slowly. And here are a few this year may have taught you. Consistency beats intensity. Silence is power. Not everyone deserves access. Comfort is expensive. Growth is lonely before it's respected. And here's the hardest one. You don't get to skip stages. You can't fast forward maturity. You can't shortcut discipline. And you can't inherit legacy. You earn it inch by inch like a long, slow burn. So when we talk about legacy, we must also understand that legacy is built in stillness. Legacy isn't built in loud rooms. It's built in quiet ones, at tables, in lounges, at moments where you choose reflection over reaction. Cigars slow you down enough to think. Who am I becoming? What am I building? Who benefits from my discipline? What story will remain when the smoke clears? You see, legacy doesn't care how fast you moved. It cares how intentionally you lived. And if this year stripped you, humbled you, sharpened you, that's legacy work, my brothers and sisters. So as 2025 now has closed, I want you to understand something. I don't want you to rush into 2026. We need to sit with it, honor it, learn from it. Like a good cigar, let the moment finish properly. So if this episode spoke to you, subscribe to the Cigar Cypher Podcast on YouTube, Rumble, Apple Podcasts, Spotify, iHeartRadio. Leave us a 5-star review, like, share, review, comment, all that good stuff. And share this with someone who's still building quietly. You can also find us on Instagram and Facebook at the Cigar Cypher. So until next time, my friends, keep your ash long, your pace slow, and your legacy intentional. I am your host, David, and this is the Cigar Cypher Podcast, a Buenos Dias media production.